14 Best Egg White Cocktails. Egg white cocktails are a pleasure to explore and fun to mix because they require a lot of shaking. From fizzes and sours to flips and nogs, eggs appear in several classic cocktails that have, in turn, inspired modern drink recipes. The egg white doesn't really change the flavor of a drink, but instead creates a wonderful foam and silky texture that makes each sip more enjoyable than the last. Raw egg drinks are nothing new. It's a practice used by many cultures that goes back to the 13th century, when eggs were a nutritional supplement or milk substitute and the first eggnogs were mixed up. In the 19th century, eggs even made it into English teas. Eggs were also a common ingredient in the cocktails documented by Professor Jerry Thomas in 1862, How to Mix Drinks, or the Bon Vivant's Companion, the iconic printed bartending guide. The majority of egg cocktails require separating the egg and using only the white. The yolks add an eggy flavor that isn't always desirable, unless you're making two drinks at once. Today's average large egg may be too much for most cocktails. Small or medium eggs are often a better choice. You'll find that many recipes pair egg white with citrus and berries and that some are topped with soda. The fruit flavors and carbonation naturally enhance the experience. It's also common that the egg white is an optional ingredient. For instance, while a classically styled whiskey sour includes an egg white, modern drinkers regularly prefer to leave it out. You can also add an egg white to similar drinks, such as the amaretto sour or any fizz or flip recipe. How to safely mix with raw egg. Drinking raw eggs does pose a slight risk of food poisoning from bacteria such as Salmonella. However, that's extremely rare, especially when you employ safe food practices. Be sure to use the freshest eggs possible and keep them refrigerated at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. The USDA suggests using pasteurized eggs for all raw applications because the heat kills bacteria. As a side effect, the process also changes the egg's proteins, so you won't get the same amount of foam. Dry shake egg white cocktails. The trick to creating the best foam on top of egg white cocktails is to dry shake, sometimes called a mime shake. It's a bartending technique first documented in the 1950s, though it may have been used earlier. While it fell out of favor along with egg drinks during the mid-20th century, the cocktail